Hello folks, this is Mark with Open Labs. Today we're looking at the Nico. This is our multimedia production station. This is the 61 key version. We also ship with the 76 key version. These are semi-weighted keys. To the left here we have our pitch and mod wheel. Up here on the top, this is a 24 encoder rotary panel. It has 24 buttons as well. These can be assigned to any virtual instrument, any plugin that you have installed on the Nico. Below we have a 16-channel fader board, also with a pair of 16 buttons. Now this you would typically use with your multi-track editor, using it on the mixer panel. Levels, mutes, and solos, what have you. But just as with the encoder, you can assign this to any function within a VST or a plugin that's allowed. Up here on the right we have our alpha panel. This has your transport, your navigation, your master volume. It has a screen for dynamic feedback when you're doing app launches, transpositions, really whatever, again, what you want to assign to it. This talks directly to our program called Infusion, which is pretty much, it's the hub and the brains of this machine. Below is your PC keyboard for basic Windows navigation, shortcut keys, what have you. In the middle here on the lower level you have the touchpad for mouse control. If you want to bypass and not use that, we have a 15-inch touchscreen, which is a great way to interface with this keyboard. We have an additional 2 USB ports in front for easy access, along with a stereo headphone jack with volume knob. Here to the side of the machine we have our dual-layer DVD-RW burner. Okay, we're looking at the rear of the Nico, focusing on the audio I/O panel. We'll start with the SPDIF. We have SPDIF in and out. We then have word clock in and out. We have a sustain and expression port. We have in, through, and 2 outs for MIDI. We have also 2 balanced XLR ins and outs. And then we have 8 analog ins, 8 analog outs. Now this is our typical I/O, but our custom shop can install pretty much any audio I/O that the customer desires, including ADAT and AES EBU. Okay, still looking at the rear of the Nico, we're now observing the computer peripherals. We have a PS2 port for an external computer keyboard. You have 2 USB ports. You have an Ethernet network port, a FireWire port, and if you want to put an external monitor on there, you have a VGA port. And right here we have our 500 watt ultra quiet power supply.